Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your Yoga Pilates Mobility Fusion workout. In this workout, we are fusing all of that. So we're gonna get some yoga-inspired moves, as well as some Pilates work for core and balance and stability, and some mobility and flexibility. We're keeping it all body weight, starting standing, working our way down to the mat, and of course, I'll give you options to work to your fitness level. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start just by getting ourselves centered. So we're gonna take our feet about hip distance apart, soft bend in the knees, shoulders up, back, and down. And let's think about stacking our ears over our shoulders, shoulders over our rib cage over the hips, over the pelvis, and then that pelvis over the knees and the ankles. And from here, I just want you to feel that alignment, really paying attention, especially to our rib cage and our pelvis, making sure we're not overcorrecting here or letting ourselves round here. The idea should be that we're not feeling super tight or tense or up like this for posture, but we're also using our core and using our muscles to make sure that we're not rolling forward. So we're here, and then let's take some big deep breaths, diaphragmatic breaths, hands on your side. Big inhale to expand, all the way around. Exhale, everything in and up. And just doing this so we can just really get centered. Try to let everything go from the day or the week just on your own pace, connecting with the body. And one more. And breathe. Let's let our head drop to one side. We're gonna get into the movement in just a second, so don't worry. Just not pulling, but letting it stretch right through here. And then chin down through the center. We're gonna be going through a series of things on our feet, working our way down to the mat, maybe a little bit of up and down, and then other side, merging, fusing some yoga-inspired exercises with some Pilates. Yoga where we get that flexibility and that strength. Pilates where we get that strength, that stability, that core, that balance. Back to center, slowly up through here. Let's just get some arm circles to the back. And then also getting some good mobility work. So if at any point you wanna hang out in a yoga stretch longer, or you wanna keep it moving, you're not feeling the stretch today, you do you. This is your workout. I want you to be where you are today. So maybe you wanna keep it moving, you're feeling energized. Maybe you need true recovery and you want more of that stretch. It is totally up to you. Let's roll the hips right through here. So we're gonna get into it in just a second. But make this workout what you need today for where you are today. I know I'm feeling pretty tight today. Maybe as I get into this workout, I'm sure I'll feel better. I'm sure I'm gonna loosen up, but it's up to you if you wanna take it up or down as needed. Let's take our arms out wide, flat back down, and round up through the back. So really exaggerating that. Flat hips back, get that stretch, and then round all the way up. And you can go all the way to the floor with it if you want, or you can just keep it halfway, just about to here, and then round it through. One more. And we're gonna put our hands right on top of our legs here and just roll through that cat-cow, the one that we often do on our knees. We're taking it here, really trying to get through the spine. And here, slowly bring it up. All right, so I'm gonna start at the edge of my mat. Let's just do, actually I'll stay center. Big inhale up, palms down in front on the exhale. Big inhale up. We're just gonna do that little swan dive. I want you to fold forward. Let your body hang. Then we're gonna lift up halfway, pushing our hands just gently into the tops, the bottoms of the legs right here, or the tops, either one, and then slowly down. And then let's slowly round that up. So a couple just like that. So you can keep that here if you want. Big inhale up, palms down in front. Inhale up. Folding it over, hips to the back. You can bend the knees if you need to. Let your head relax into that. Inhale up halfway. Back down. One more time through that, all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Right through here again. Let yourself hang. Just shake your head yes and no. Or no and yes, whatever it is. Bring it up to lift. Straighten out in the spine. And then from here, we're gonna take one foot back and then the other. So we're in that high plank position. And slowly lower yourself down. So you can lower yourself down to the knees or you can lower yourself all the way down. And we're gonna come up halfway. So you can be in that modified cobra or that cobra or up dog. Look gently to each side. Curl those toes under and you can either come back to a child's pose or up to a down dog. Hold that down dog, get a little pedal of your feet. And then we're slowly gonna walk or hop your feet in, back to here. Big inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold it over again, let yourself hang. Inhale up, straighten in the spine. Exhale down. Walk your feet back to either the high plank position or the all fours position. Just want to remind you that this is totally fine if that's better for you. And then if you want, slowly lower yourself down up to that up dog or cobra. Relax in the shoulders, pull them away from the ears. Slowly looking side to side. Curl those toes under. You can either go back to child's pose or to your down dog again. Pedal in those feet. Always takes me a minute for this down dog. And then either walk or hop your feet in. Let's go through that one more time and then we're gonna add on to it. Big inhale up, palms down in front. Inhale up. Exhale, fold it over. Drive those hips to the back. Let yourself hang. Inhale up, straighten in the spine. Exhale down, hands here. From here, step back one foot and then the other. You can either come to the toes or the knees. Let's hold this plank for a count so we get a little bit of that extra core. And then again, from the knees or the toes, slowly lower yourself down if you want. Up to that up dog or cobra or mini cobra. Side to side. And then from here, curl those toes, child's pose or down dog. From here with that down dog, pedal those feet. And if you can, if you're in that down dog, we're gonna extend one leg up. Doesn't have to be fancy, doesn't have to be perfect. If that's not right for you, I want you to stay in that child's pose, get that little stretch. But if you can, extend it up. And then we're gonna bring that foot forward. So whatever you need to do, even if you're on your knees, bringing the foot forward to here. We're gonna scoop it up into that low lunge. So from here, a little bit of mobility we're sneaking in, not necessarily your yoga flow, but let's put one hand down. And if this is not right for you, again, I want you to stay on all fours, but if you can, we're gonna reach up. World's greatest stretch. We're gonna rotate under, drop the knee, and reach it up. You can also just do the top half of this move. Stay on your knees, knees back, and just rotate that arm under and reach. Right here. Big reach. And up. Holding it here. Let's take our hands on either side. And let's do a big scoop up coming up into that high lunge. All right, I want you to stay where you are. I'm gonna turn so you can see me here. But we're in that reach to the ceiling with that high lunge. We're gonna scoop down to that low lunge. So we're here. Then scoop it up high, and then slowly down. If you want, bring that foot back, get a little stretch. If that's not right for you, just hang out where it is. Back to here. One more time up. And one more time down. Little stretch if you want. Back to here. Coming all the way up. And then let's turn. Let's take our arms into that warrior two. So you're here. I just want a nice big stretch right here. And then we're gonna take that arm down, big reach, using your core, and back to center. Straightening out the legs, take it down, big reach. Use your core to lift, so using those obliques, straightening out your legs. Take it down, and here. And let's get one more. And breathe. From here, let's walk those feet in. That same leg that was in front, we're gonna keep that turned out. We're gonna reach up into that windmill. So whether you get here or all the way down, similar to that child's pose. Get up, reach out. Take it down, reach. And bring it up. Opening up the chest. You can bring it in and reach here, or keep that arm up the whole time. And bring it up. And one more. Bring it down. And bring it up. Can we turn into that lunge? Take one foot forward. Back to center. I'm gonna turn this way so we can see. Don't worry about me. Big inhale up. Palms down in front. Inhale up. Exhale, fold it down. Hang out there for just a second. Bring it up, straightening the spine. Back down. One foot back and then the other. Last time we're gonna go through this from here. We're here. And then either from the knees or the toes, slowly lower yourself down. You're up in that up dog. Looking side to side. And then curl the toes either back into the child's pose or use your core to lift up into that down dog, pedal those feet. And then if you can, extend that other leg up. So opening up through the hip. If that's not right for you, you can stay in the child's pose or you can bend that knee over if you want, but big stretch. And then very carefully bring that foot through. We're here, drop the knee down. Low lunge right here. So holding that. If it's not comfortable for you to be all the way down on the mat, that's okay. Just take it where it is comfortable for you. And if you can, we're gonna take it with that world's greatest stretch. Again, let me show you that option. If you wanna just be a reach through here without getting the hip stretch, that works too. If you can get the hip stretch here, big reach up. And then reach through. World's greatest stretch. I want you to really think rotating in the spine, getting that stretch. And here, dropping the knee if you want. And here. One more. Hold it here. Take your hand on either side, right through here. We're gonna take it all the way up. Higher lunge right here. Slowly drop it down. Low lunge. And big reach up. So really utilizing our strength, but getting low. We're gonna get that nice good stretch from here, right? And taking it up. Can you add a little hip stretch back? Up to you if that doesn't feel right for you. No, it might not for everybody, that's okay. Or do that little hamstring stretch from the top. Your ponytail is not quite tight enough today. It's going all over the place. Let's bring it all the way back up. And then we're gonna turn, open it up into that warrior. So toe forward this way, toe forward this way. Big stretch, really lengthen, looking over. Feel that hip opener, feel that chest opener right through here. Let's take it down for a little stretch. As we use our core, our obliques to come up straight, we're also pushing out of that leg. So big inhale, exhale, push out of the leg, use the core. Right through here, and then back down. And bring it up right through here. So it's a combination of leg and core. Take it down, and breathe. Up. And one more. Hold it here. Big stretch. Walk those feet in. Keep this one turned out. We're gonna reach windmill. Big stretch, shoulder mobility, rotating through the torso. Bring it up strong. Use your core, and again, using the legs. We're keeping the legs straight the whole time, or slight bend as we go down. But you're using your core to come up. And breathe. Right here. Taking it down. Here. And breathe. And one more. And breathe. Let's go ahead and walk your feet in. Big inhale up. Palms down in front. Let's sit down in that little chair pose. And if you can, we're gonna take the elbow to the knee. So a little rotation. If that's not right for you, you can have a little rotation from the top, or you can just have this little chair pose or half squat here. Bring it up. And then big reach to the ceiling. Palms down in front. Other side. Taking it down to the mat in just a second. Big inhale up. Exhale, fold. Take those feet back either to all fours or to that high plank position. From here, I'm gonna take my knee in, pigeon pose, little stretch. Now, on this, you can hold that pigeon pose. I know we love it. We're gonna hold it more at the end, but you can keep it there, or you can use your core, watch me here, to lift, extend back. Other side, in, hold the stretch for just a few counts. Use your core to lift, extend it back. So up to you. If you just wanna hold the pigeon pose, I'll tell you when we're at that halfway point, or get that core work, and back, take it across. Right here, we're at that halfway point. If you're just holding, you wanna switch it, take it here. Use that hip flexor strength, that core strength to bring that leg in and out. And then again, even if you're getting the moving version of this, just allow yourself to sit side to side, back to here. One more each way. And back right here. Let's hold this one here. So you can either take it all the way down. And again, this leg doesn't have to be parallel. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just find what feels good for you. And if that's a child's pose, that's okay too. If you want to come up and get a little more of your back stretching out of this, just find what works for you. Stretching in that hip. Allowing yourself to breathe into it, to sink into it. And then very carefully switch your sides. So up to you. If you want to roll over into that 90-90 and then switch it, that's what I'm gonna do. You can even just hold it here, or again, getting into that pigeon. If you want to switch from the plank, that works too, but we're gonna finish this little part with our 90-90. Again, adjusting depending on what type of stretch and how much stretch you need in this moment. And then bringing it up, and we're just gonna do that 90-90. So we're rotating the knees and the hips. If If you need to sit on the edge of a chair or a bench or allow yourself to lean back, fingertips here, that's a great way to get that stretch as well. Don't feel like you have to control it all with your core, but if you can, we love it. Right through here. And back to center. Let's let those knees go out in front. Big stretch right through here. Start with just a flat back and allow yourself to come forward. Flat back. Breathe. And then allow yourself to fold over into that. And let's come into a seated position. So we're gonna take our hands underneath our legs, little Pilates move, reach those arms up. And if you want, we're gonna open, think back corner of the mat. My mat's obviously a little bit bigger, but for a regular size mat, back to the corner and up to center. And then other side. So you can do this sitting up nice and tall. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can also sit cross-legged. That gives you that work through the back. Or you can lower and use your core to lift. Up to you. Lower, open up the chest, lift to the ceiling. Using your core and getting that chest opener, deep core to lift, and down. One more each side. Hands underneath, slowly roll it down one at a time. So really taking your time coming in. Bring those knees in one at a time. So you can either grab right on top to get that stretch or underneath, whatever feels better for you. Let your upper body relax. Pulling in, gentle knee pull. I love this stretch, especially before you go to bed at night, before you get up in the morning, just to really stretch out through the back, right? You can reach those hands over if you want. And then you can keep it just right here, or we're gonna take it into that Pilates move. So we're gonna extend both legs up in tabletop, and we're gonna do a single leg stretch. So shoulders can be up or down, hand on the inside and the outside, pull in for two. So outside of the knee, inside of the ankle. So single leg stretch, Pilates. Don't worry too much, point your toes, flex your feet, whatever feels better for you. If you wanna just keep getting the stretch out of it, just keep getting the stretch. That works too. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, good. Hold that one knee and drop the other leg down. Take it across your body. Open up. If that doesn't feel right for you, just find a stretch that does, but just one knee, straighten the other leg. Take it through to that other side. Bring it in, extend the leg, cross it over your body. Bring it back to center, both knees in this time if you can. So again, holding underneath, holding on top. Little gentle roll side to side. If that's not right for you, you just go back to the one at a time like we did. And then again, you can hold it here or lift the shoulders, Pilates double leg stretch. We're gonna extend the arms and legs out, reach around, big circle. So getting that deep core while we also get that mobility, do a big swoop of the arms. If that's not right for you, you just hug those knees in or just do the upper body. Right here. Really thinking deep, deep through that core. Big reach and around. Reach 2 more. Last one. Hug those knees in, gentle roll side to side. Can you let your knees drop both knees to one side? Open it up, look away. And from here, just your arms open book. So take it over, reach it across and open. And you can do keeping it close to your body, running it through, or if you want big stretch over, open it up. Or a combination of the two. One more. Keeping your arms open, let's just do the open book with the knees. Knees, go through the center, drop to the other side and switch. Just one and then the other. And let's take it to that other side with both knees and then open book through the upper body right here. I'm on my microphone, so I can't quite get it, but again, remember, you can come across your body or here to here. Yes. One more. Bring those knees back to center, right through here. Let's take those arms, if you're able, up into that goal post, right? So we're here. And we're gonna do a big inhale, exhale, tuck the pelvis, roll up into the bridge. Slowly down. So I want you to use the core, connect with the core, tuck the pelvis, lift with the core first, then lifting in the hips and the glutes. And if you want, let's get those goalpost arms going down with it. Flip, palms down, tuck the pelvis, bring it in, palms up. Now, those goalposts, even though it looks easy, especially if you've had any shoulder tension or tightness, this could be a little tough. Right here. And bring it up. Slowly down. And up. One more. Bring it up. Slowly roll it down. Grab one leg up. We're gonna extend it up, flex that foot. Make sure you're not grabbing on the joint. You're either grabbing just below or just above, and just get that stretch. So we're holding it here. Do a little flex and point of your foot. And then other side, let's extend it up, flex the foot. Don't worry if you can't get it totally straight. I can't either. A little flex and point. And then you can keep just alternating that stretch or hold that stretch, or you can extend that leg up, and we're gonna get the scissors. So maybe grabbing a little higher, not on the joint, in for 2. Stretch and strength. So we get the core doing the work here, but we pull in for 2 to get that active stretching, right? That's what we love about these very specific Pilates exercises, right? And here, right here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees in. Whew. And very gently roll onto your side and come up onto all fours. I'm gonna come this way. So take your time getting here, and we're just gonna roll through that cat-cow. So starting at the base of the tailbone, slowly coming all the way up, and then rounding through. So on this, I want you to really think about rolling through the entire spine. I know if you're like me, my upper spine, cervical spine, and thoracic spine tend to have a lot more mobility, but when I get to that lower lumbar spine, ooh, it gets tight there. So I'm gonna really focus on that lower lumbar spine, trying to work through there. I know it's a little tricky. Let me know if this resonates with you, because I think a lot of us get kind of locked up there, and we really have to think when we're doing something like a cat-cow, yes, I am going to try to move through that lower spine, close to the tailbone. And breathe. And one more right through here. And return to that neutral spine. We're gonna sit back in the child's pose as we reach through, kind of like we do in our warm-up. So reach through, get that little stretch, and then back to center. And it's up to you. You can do the active version of this, or you can just hold it down. I'll tell you when we're halfway. If you wanna just hold the stretch here, back to center, use your core to lift. Take it down. Use your core to lift. And breathe down. And lift. Take it down. That's your halfway point. Switch to that other side if you can. One more. And then just hold the child's pose wherever you are. Reach those hands forward. Press those shoulders down. Really try to get back into the hips. Right here. And go ahead and come all the way down. If you want to stay in that child's pose, you can. If you can meet me all the way down, we're gonna come up here in that baby cobra. So I want everybody, if you're able, just to feel that stretch. I know sometimes we avoid this one because this can be a lot, right? But I want you to get used to that baby cobra or a half cobra, where even just holding here, you're gonna feel that stretch through the low back. So you can hold it, or if you want to finish with one last little core push, let's get those plank singles that you know I love. Remember, the idea here is big inhale, expand through your back, sides, and bellies. On your exhale, you're gonna lift to the knees using only your core. And then if you want, continue all the way up to the toes using only your core, and then slowly down, slowly down. The idea is that you're not pushing with the elbows, you're not pushing with the knees or the toes or using your back to do it. You're using that deep core. So join me here. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it up. If you want to keep using the core, lift. Slowly down. And slowly down. Take your time on this. This should feel like a very slow movement. And if you're really just using the core to lift, of course, you're going to use your elbows and your feet to stabilize, but it gets really challenging if you're focused on just using your core to come down and up. So even as you come down, you're not just letting it drop, you're controlling the core. Inhale, lift, and up, and down. Two more at your own pace. Breathe. And one more, just the core, lift. I know, when you're doing it right, you feel it so much, right? Slowly down. And again, you can get that little baby cobra stretch. Or if you want, back into your child's pose right here. And if you want, you can drop those arms to the side if this feels good for you. Otherwise, just find a stretch. We're gonna take these last 60 seconds or so. I want you to find, what do you need in this moment? Do you need another cat-cow? Do you need to be down on your back? I think for me, I need to hug my knees in this way because that's where I feel it in my back. And just get this stretch, or maybe it's a happy baby. Just lay flat on the mat, you totally can. What do you need? Honor your body. We got it done. And then wherever you are, one hand on the heart, one hand on your belly, thank you for showing up today. Thank your body for showing up for you today. Say it out loud. I know it sounds weird, but do it. Thank you, body. We don't do it enough. And wherever you are, one big deep breath in and out. You did it. That was your yoga, Pilates, mobility, fusion workout. Great job, everybody.